Babylon, a kingdom of might and wealth, a city of towering palaces and bustling markets. At the heart of it all sat King Darius, ruler over a vast empire, strong, powerful, respected. But even a great king needs trusted advisors, and among them was Daniel. Daniel was different. He was not driven by greed or ambition. He was honest, faithful, a man of integrity. And because of this, the king trusted him above all others. But not everyone was pleased. Jealous advisors plotted against him. "The king favors Daniel too much," they whispered in secret. "We must bring him down. But how?" Then an idea. "We trap him through his faith." They convinced the king to sign a new law. For 30 days, no one may pray to any god except to the king. Anyone who disobeyed would be thrown to the lions. Daniel knew the law, but he did not waver. That very evening, as he had always done, he knelt before his window, and he prayed, not in hiding, not in fear, but boldly, faithfully. And from the shadows the advisors watched and smiled. The next morning Daniel was seized and brought before the king. "O king," the advisors said, "Daniel has broken your law. He continues to pray to his God." King Darius's face fell. He realized he had been tricked, but the law could not be undone. With a heavy heart, he gave the order. Daniel was taken to the lion's den. The time had come. Surrounded by armed guards, Daniel walked with quiet dignity to the lion's den. The den loomed before him, a gaping hole in the earth. Below, the lions prowled, their tails flicking impatiently. The guards held Daniel firmly as rope was secured around his waist, and with a final glance toward the heavens, Daniel was slowly lowered into the darkness below. The lions crept closer, their glowing eyes locked onto Daniel. A low, hungry growl rumbled through the air. Above, King Darius whispered, "May your God protect you, Daniel." Then, the heavy stone was rolled over the entrance. Then, a low, rumbling snarl broke through the air. Golden eyes flashed in the darkness. Shadows moved, shifting with deadly grace. And then, a radiant light burst through the darkness. A brilliant figure stood before Daniel, an angel of the Lord. His presence filled the den, powerful and majestic. The lions recoiled, their fierce roars fading into whimpers. One by one they lay down, heads resting on their massive paws. Their eyes no longer filled with hunger, but with peace. Back in the palace, King Darius could not sleep. He paced the halls, his heart heavy with regret. Had he condemned an innocent man? Had the lions already torn Daniel apart? The night dragged endlessly, every passing moment filled with dread, but at the first light of dawn he could wait no longer. Throwing on his cloak, he rushed to the lion's den, his breath quick, his heart pounding. "Roll away the stone," he commanded. The guards heaved the massive rock aside, revealing the darkness below. Darius leaned in, his voice desperate. "Daniel, has your God saved you?" Silence. Then a voice, steady, unshaken. "Yes, O king. My God sent his angel to shut the lions' mouths. They did me no harm." Darius' eyes filled with joy. His sorrow vanished. His voice rose with triumph. "Daniel, you are alive." Against all odds, the living God had delivered him. In the royal courtyard, the people erupted in cheers. Daniel stood tall, unharmed, his face radiant with faith. But in the shadows, the jealous advisors stood frozen, their mouths agape. Their plan had failed. Daniel had survived. The man they had condemned had been delivered by God himself. That very day, King Darius made a proclamation before all the people. "From this day forward," he declared, Daniel's God shall be honored throughout my kingdom, for he is the living God who rescues and saves." The people erupted into cheers. Daniel, once a man condemned, now stood as a symbol of faith and victory. As Daniel walked through the streets, the people greeted him with awe and joy. His faith had been tested, but he never wavered, and because of his trust in God, he was never alone. No matter the trials we face, when we put our trust in the Lord, he will always be with us. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and he will make your paths straight. Proverbs 3:5-6.